Welcome to Electrified, it's your host Dylan Loomis. So with regard to the video yesterday, there is now a petition going around that we can sign online to reverse this decision for the NYC TLC ban on Rebel's Tesla Model Y fleet. I will have the link below if you want to go ahead and sign that real quick. And I will also have a link where you can actually go and message the TLC commissioner, Aloysiy Jarmozik, directly. So both of those links are below if you want to be part of the movement. And Elon gave us an update on the Starlink IPO, but sadly it's nothing that we don't already know. He said at least a few years before Starlink revenue is reasonably predictable. Going public sooner than that would be very painful. Will do my best to give long-term Tesla shareholders preference. So here is just one more incentive to own some Tesla shares, as it could in some way, shape, or form give you priority in that Starlink IPO, which it sounds like is still a few years away. And I really think this item needs more attention, as I'm always saying that Tesla's safety needs more recognition for how good it really is. There are numerous stories of crashes like this where it seems like ordinarily the passengers would die or be in very critical condition, but in this case, after a Model 3 fell off a cliff in California, apparently it was about 100 feet, the passengers walked away. And as you can see, in a testament to Tesla's #1 priority, safety, all 4 occupants of the red Model 3 were able to get out of the car under their own power before first responders arrived. So one of the best reasons to own a Tesla has to be the safety and the structural integrity of the car. It's incredible. I have seen, like I said, many cases like this where if the passengers weren't in a Tesla for that crash, they might not still be alive. And a quick fun fact, the Tesla Gigafactory was named the Manufacturing Project of the Year as Texas won its 9th Gold Shovel Award as the best state in America for new economic development projects. This article doesn't really add a whole lot, so that's all you need to know for now. But congratulations to Greg Abbott, the Texas governor. So a potential news blurb that I know a lot of us don't really want to see. I'm not sure how official this is, but let's take a look. So Alex said Tesla will open 2 publicly funded Superchargers, 2 other BEVs in Norway in Q3 of 2022. The information shared from the German transportation minister Scheuer to be in talks with Tesla to open the Superchargers is validated by that step in Norway. And it says the administration considers the charging stations for which benefits have been applied for will then be eligible for this scheme, provided that the benefits are paid out after Tesla opens the charging offer for all car brands. I have linked this tweet below if you want to go ahead and read the German screenshot, and I'm sure we'll get a lot more detail on this in the future if this does eventually turn out to be a reality. But for now, it does seem as though there is some progress being made toward Tesla opening up at least a few Superchargers to other BEVs, but it seems like it won't be until the back half of next year. And Sawyer Merritt dropping some news. He heard from 2 separate sources today that within the next week or so, Tesla will be entirely sold out for Q3. Demand is increasing massively, order flows continue to rise. The United States long-range Model Y is already booked out until September. Of course, Q3 is July, August, and September, so that means basically people are going to be waiting 3 months for their Tesla vehicles, ordering now. Now, the only way we can try to confirm this is to go to the configurator and see what the wait time is. Currently, the Model Y is 6 to 10 weeks, split the difference, 8 weeks, that's 2 months. That would take us to July and August, so almost September. And if you go to the Model 3, it's 7 to 11 weeks, split the difference, 9 weeks, 2 months, and 1 week. Same thing, pushing towards September. But in the tweet, he did say that within the next week or so, then Tesla would be sold out for Q3, which actually could make some sense. So in the next few weeks, it looks like people will be waiting until Q4 to get their Tesla that they ordered today. But important note, Sawyer did mention later in this thread that this is due to both high demand and low supply. Now, yes, this is definitely bullish news, and I am expecting a record quarter from Tesla for Q2, which we should hear about in the next 2 weeks or so. But we will find out to some degree what the supply shortages really are and how they have been impacting Tesla throughout Q2. The new Panasonic CEO was interviewed, and he had some comments. Honestly, it was nothing material, nothing impactful, nothing that we don't already know. It was basically boilerplate speak, but there's a reason that I'm bringing this up. So First off, let's pick out the important things. He said it doesn't matter how much you want to grow sales or increase profit if you don't have the capacity. Within our new structure, we're going to polish the stability, and if you stay tuned, we'll invest again in building supply capacity. This from the new Panasonic president and CEO Yuki Kasumi, who also said that if Panasonic could produce the high quality 4680 cells more efficiently than its rivals, it would be making a large investment in the technology. It may also supply the batteries to both Tesla and other automakers. So sadly, we're going to get a lot of articles with 4680 in the headline and then no real new information in the article. Everybody here is going to be playing their cards close to the chest. Tesla is probably the only company that will be forthcoming to any degree on what's actually going on with their production and manufacturing. And as we already had Battery Day, I don't know how much new information we're going to get outside of an event like the annual shareholder meeting and the occasional Elon tweet. But we can be pretty sure that all other battery manufacturers who are going to try these prototypes for Tesla and other companies with that 4680 structure, they're going to have their lips sealed even more than Tesla, so just remember that. But there is a Panasonic large investment, a different one than this article is talking about that you may have missed, that in the background could be a huge benefit to the battery industry at scale and ultimately to Tesla. So in April, Panasonic announced that they acquired Blue Yonder, and if you're not familiar, Blue Yonder is the leading end-to-end digital fulfillment platform provider. Don't worry, I'll explain what this means in a minute. But this investment was $7.1 billion, so this is a major acquisition for Panasonic. So this autonomous supply chain, what are we talking about? Well, it's empowering customers to optimize supply chains, which Tesla is a customer of Panasonic and a partner, of course, but using the combined power of AI, machine learning, and IoT. If you're not familiar, IoT is the Internet of Things, which is a system of interrelated internet-connected objects that are able to collect and transfer data over a wireless network without human intervention. And edge devices. And if you remember my interview with Alex from ticker symbol U, you'll remember that he said the technology he is most excited about is edge computing. But by using these strategies, companies can better utilize predictive business insights to pivot their operations in real time. So think about Tesla needing to decide what type of batteries and what type of chemistry should be going in which type of vehicle on which continent. Solving these problems can be a logistical nightmare, which shouldn't be that hard to understand. So this acquisition by Panasonic of Blue Yonder, a company that basically adds AI and machine learning to this logistical nightmare process, could really streamline things. Now, this is going to play out behind the scenes over the very long term, but for as long as Tesla and Panasonic remain in partnership, which by the way should be for a very long time, this is going to be awesome for both companies. Together, Panasonic and Blue Yonder will deliver a unique competitive advantage for customers to drive more automation and actionable real-time business insights that reduce waste and improve operations while creating a more sustainable world. The acquisition builds on the Panasonic Blue Yonder strategic relationship that was actually established January 2019 with a partnership, followed by the creation of a joint venture company in Japan in November 2019. Now it all comes full circle as Panasonic has just outright bought Blue Yonder. And don't forget, Tesla and Panasonic have been working together for a long time, and I promise you there's a lot more going on behind the scenes in terms of collaboration and things that they're working together on to try to make it a mutually beneficial relationship. So what I'm saying is that obviously Tesla being a huge AI machine learning company, well, maybe they're going to get their hands in that cookie jar of the Blue Yonder technology and what they have going on now with Panasonic being under that umbrella. Tesla might now have some insider access to what they have going on that they could then implement into their business model and their strategies. So this is the type of stuff that's not going to get crazy headlines. It won't get a lot of attention, but man, behind the scenes over the next few decades, the stuff really, really matters. And I bring this up because I really want to hear from you guys. So somebody on Reddit, Bold Entertainer, asked which Tesla trip planner is the best for a long road trip. And going through the comments, most of the responses were either the built-in Tesla navigation or a better route planner. So my question for you is, which do you prefer between those two? And is there a third option that people aren't really talking about that you guys like to use for planning your trips in a Tesla? And for what it's worth, the jury was very split in this comment section between the built-in Tesla nav and a better route planner, so I'd love to hear what you guys like. I thought these pictures that somebody shared on Reddit were pretty awesome. As you can see, some OG Tesla Roadsters. Just FYI, mother lode is actually L-O-D-E. Lode is a term in hard rock mining, and that's actually where the term came from. So Just a little fun fact, but this location is actually Medlock and Sons, which I believe is in Seattle. As you can see, they restore and repair Teslas, and they've been doing it for a long time. So if you're ever in Seattle, you can go check out Medlock and Sons and maybe get your hands on an original Tesla Roadster, which I hear are really fun to drive. Another very important anecdote, especially for anybody new to the Tesla community. So BuzzBuild shared that he just learned these icons on the Supercharger nav point are interactive, and he's had his car for 3 years. What he's referring to are the men and women symbol, the food, coffee, and internet. So basically you can click those buttons and then they're interactive, meaning they'll bring up nearby bathrooms and places to eat, places to grab a coffee, etc. So don't be afraid to click on symbols in your Tesla to figure out what is actually interactive, because as we know, Tesla often does a lot of updates. Sometimes they fly under the radar, and I believe this was actually an update around December of 2020. I could be mistaken, but I'm sure there are other people, it's not just this person, that didn't know you could actually press these and get more information. And one more thing, I have to share the great news. Of course, Tesla stock is having a mini breakout of sorts. Another day right now, currently up 5.5%. Still some time left to go on the day, but they are pushing that $700 per share figure. So we'll see how far this run goes, but that's all for today. Please take a second to like the video if you did. A big thank you to everybody on the next screen, and I hope you guys have a great day.